Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is Gina Junivanak of Lightning Entertainment. Today I'm very excited to have a very special guest with me, Chris Deblasio of Lightning Entertainment. Not to be confused with Chris Deblasio from Showtime Boxing. Even though we love boxing, we're not going to be discussing it today. Today we're going to be discussing football and one of my favorite team, the New York Giants. Hi Chris, how are you today?
I'm fine, how are you? Thanks for having me.
I'm glad, I'm good, thank you very much. I just wanted to know if you had the chance to watch the game yesterday with the Philadelphia Eagles and the Giants?
Yes, I did.
And your opinion on that?
My opinion on the Giants is they're going to go far. I mean, they are the Super Bowl champs, and there's not going to be any problem. I think they're going to go all the way to the playoffs and beyond that, hopefully right to the Super Bowl, because Eli Manning is such a great quarterback. They have a great offense, and the defense is struggling slightly, but it will improve, of course, because the players they bring in, rookies, are like very, very talented, and I think there will be no problem there. But the offense in Eli Manning is incredible, and like I said, they are the Super Bowl champs.
So what is your opinion of the trades that took place from last year's Super Bowl winning team? A bunch of several players were traded in, and what's your opinion on that? Do you think that was a good thing or a bad thing?
Well, you know, it's not up to me to decide, but it's up to the coaches. But if they bring in, you know, when they trade someone, they also got to bring in someone else with just as much talent, and you know, and hopefully they'll do their best. I mean, they have a very good, they have a very good staff that brings in the best players possible. So I think they'll be okay.
That's good. So what's your opinion on Justin Tuck and the defense together?
Yeah, those guys are going to be okay. They're going to go far. They're a great defense, and you know, they are the Super Bowl champs, and I don't think they're going to have any kind of a problem. I think they're going to go far again this year, hopefully straight to the Super Bowl again. Eli Manning is going to lead that team like he always has, and he's a great quarterback, and I think they'll go far this season.
Okay, how about, not my favorite subject, but since we're all in New York area, we're local, your opinion on New York Jets this season?
Oh, the Jets, I like the Jets also. My favorite team is the New York Giants, but I also like the Jets. And some people say, well, you're either a Jets fan or you're a Giants fan. You can't be both. And I'm like, why not? I mean, you know, they are the two New York teams. Mark Sanchez, he's a great quarterback, and he's got an incredible arm. He can throw the ball. He can run. He's a runner too. And you know, if he's back in the pocket and there's nobody, you know, nobody to pass to, he can run the ball and pick up a first down, which you have to be able to do in this league, in this, you know, in this day and age. You got to run the ball. You can't just stay there and pick up, you know, get sacked. You have to be able to run, and he's able to do that, and I think he's very incredible, and I think they'll go far too also.
Your opinion on Tim Tebow this year with the Jets?
Yeah, well, he's a great quarterback too, but right now, Sanchez, you know, he's the leader, but to have Tebow as a backup is incredible too. I mean, I know that they're very close, they're good friends and everything, and you know, so you got a great quarterback league there. And they should do well.
Thank you for that too. Also, as you heard about the replacement referees, what did you think about that whole situation?
I thought it was not a good. Oh, well, it was horrible. I mean, after the calls that were made recently, it was horrible. But those guys were doing the best they can, but it's just good news to hear that the professional refs are back again, and
that's a
everything
good thing.
seems to be back to normal.
Like even the president,
the president called and said, "What's up with these referees?" Now, you never heard that before.
Nope.
You never heard that before, so. But it was good to. It was good to hear that the professional refs are back and making the right calls, and because I mean, the game can go any way, and it's up to the refs. It's their decision, and they make their call, and then even if it's an incorrect call, you have to go with how the ref calls it, how he sees it. But it's good to know that the professionals are back.
Yeah, that's a real good thing. I wanted to know what is your opinion on injuries, football injuries, and they're always talking about the helmets and have to make them better, because later on it looks like a lot of football players are suffering permanent head injuries that are permanent. And what's your opinion on that?
Well, my opinion on that is that you can sustain a concussion and not even know that you have it until years later. And I've known several players that had to retire because it was the doctor's advice. I don't think you should play football anymore, because if you sustain another injury, it could be permanent damage to your brain. I mean, your head can only take so much. It's just like a boxer. A boxer is hit in the head so many times, and it's like a horrible thing. And there was one player for the New York Jets, and the advice to his doctor gave him was, I think I should just retire from football.
Right.
Because if you get hit in the head again, you're never going to be the same. So he retired. And you got to be very, very careful with that. I mean, you got to take the doctor's advice. If he says retire from football, if you get one more hit, you got to retire. And you might be retired for life. So it's very tricky. And I mean, I know it's their career and everything, but you got to think about the rest of your life. I mean, you're only going to play football for so long, and then you have the life after football. But
right.
I mean, if you get hit in the head so many times and so many concussions, just like a boxer.
That was going to be my next question, actually. I mean, what do you think about those football players that are ending up retiring way too soon due to injuries and such, and like the way they have to deal with that, and like it looks like most of them are like fish out of the water. They don't know what to do with everything. So
well, I mean,
do you see a lot of that, like psychologically, like maybe some depression? I don't know, like.
Yeah, well, I mean, they miss football. That much I do know. You always miss football, because I played football in high school.
Right.
And I miss it too.
Right.
And it's like part of your life, and it grows on you, and you're gonna miss it. It's like it's something else.
It's like I guess they are not kind of the normal routine is changing, like being out there any given Sunday in front of millions of people.
Of course.
When it's just because you don't have the planning, I guess, ahead for it, so you're pretty much like fish out of the water, not knowing. And when you're young too. And
when that stops, you miss it. I'm telling you, you really do miss it. You miss the crowd, you miss the teams, you miss playing. I mean, it's definitely a life-changing thing. But you know, but when it comes to your health and the rest of your life, you got to make a decision and say, all right, well, it's time for me to do something else, and some other kind of business, or some investments, or do something. And you can only, your head can only take so much of an injury.
Well, thank you for that too. I'm very excited. I wanted to know what you're thinking about this as well. What do you think about Michael Strahan with Kelly in the morning show? he pretty much beat up a lot of people who were on there, who were also interested, and he was the winner of this whole thing, and he got a lot of feedback. I mean, what do you think? How do you think? Do you like him up there every morning?
I'm happy for him. He's such a nice guy, and it's just kind of strange how he's with Kelly now in the morning
instead of Regis.
Yeah, I mean, like, she must look up at him, like, because she's a short little woman, and he's like way up there. But how they got those two hooked up, I don't know, but Strahan's such a nice guy.
I mean, he did a few, he's been coming for a few times, and it looks like, the fans and everybody is so happy to see him, and he pretty much stole the show. I think I like seeing him. He's a New York Giant forever, so I think it's a good thing to have him there. He's pretty funny guy as well, so I'm enjoying that also.
Yes. He's very nice. He's always has a smile on his face, and he's such an intelligent guy. And I feel like he could have been still being like a coach on the sidelines.
Yes, well, I'm sure at some point, he'll be definitely doing that.
But I'm really happy for him. He's a great guy, and
that'll be good.
We'll see how that works out. But
well, we wish the New York Giants a wonderful season. Yes, I hope they take it all the way. Chris, thank you for coming. I appreciate having you here. You can reach Chris at Deblasio NFL@AOL.com. That's his email. Also, you could reach him at 201-926-6084. Follow him on Twitter at Chris Deblasio at Twitter. He's also, he's working with us. He's the senior advisor to the athletes department. All pro athletes of all sorts of sports are welcomed. If you're interested, please give us a call at 201-926-6084. And we'll be assisting you. Chris has been working with us for the past 2 years. We're very happy to have him. And check our website, www.lightningentertainment.com. Chris, again, thank you so much for coming.
No problem.
And thank you guys for tuning in, and I wish you guys a good day. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thanks, guys.